Hi friends, it is Johnny back with another video, and today it's time for a story time. This week, in honor of my recently departed dog, I'm going to tell you about the time that he got kidnapped. Fun times. So this happened back when I was still living in New York. I want to say maybe 2015, 2016, something like that, somewhere around there. If you remember the house in the old videos, it happened there. So we were having a barbecue in the backyard, and what we would normally do when we had a barbecue is we would open up the alleyway so that no one had to keep going up and down the stairs to go into the house and let people in and lock up behind them and all that, and, you know, back and forth every time someone wanted to come in or leave. So we opened the alleyway so our guests could just come in. All we would have to do was like put up a little baby gate so that the dogs wouldn't get out, because it was a little too tall for them to jump since they were small dogs. Now, issue is, there's still some debate over who it was. They each say it was the other person. I think I know who it was, but I can't say for certain, so I'm not gonna throw the blame completely on her. Either way, somebody, when they were leaving, left the gate open, and my dog liked to explore. So my dog went outside to the front, apparently, and I guess he was sniffing around, maybe peed on a couple of trees on the street, and he went to go come back home. And instead of going back through the alleyway, he recognized the front door, so he came up the stairs to the front door. This is what we found out later. Maybe 2 or 3 hours passed, and I don't remember who, but they noticed my dog was missing. And so we're looking through the house, we don't see him. We're looking in the backyard, we don't see him. So we freak out, he's gone. So we run outside thinking, oh yeah, he probably just went to go pee on one of the trees. He's not there. So then a search party starts up, right? We all break into groups and we kind of scatter through the Bronx looking for my dog. My aunt, my cousin, and my sister went one way. My other cousin went another way. Another cousin went another way. My friends went one way. My dad was driving around. I went a different way. We all kind of scattered. Mom stood at the front of the house in case he showed up again. Maybe he was walking around the block or something. We just didn't know. So she stood by the front of the house just hoping he would come home. Now, this happened later on in the day. It wasn't sundown yet, but the sun was getting ready to set by the time we were all looking around. So while we're out in the street, that's when the sun set. Back in the day, we lived across the street from this empty lot people would use as a park. So usually there were people playing soccer and other stuff in that park. So obviously, since there were people playing soccer, I went across the street and I asked them, hey, have you seen a small white dog? And they're like, no. Apparently my cousin asked them the same question. A couple of us asked them the same question. They always said no. They said no, and I was like, okay, fine. I had no reason to doubt them. So I went on my way and I continued to look. And as I'm getting closer to the school that I went to high school at, some guy tries to confront me. He asked me for the time, and then I was like, nah, I don't got the time right now, I'm kind of busy. At that point, he didn't take no for an answer, and he goes walk up to me and grab my shoulder. That's code for something's about to go down. He's either gonna try to mug me, or he's gonna try to jump me or something. I wasn't having it at the time. So as he went to go grab my shoulder, I smacked his arm and I pinned him against the wall because I had a bracelet that had spikes on it, and I had the spikes against his neck. I used my jewelry as a weapon, and I was like, I told you I ain't got time. Have you seen a small white dog? And he was like, no man, I ain't seen a dog. I'm like, if you see him, let me know, just shout or something. And he's like, all right, fine, no problem. And so I let him go. I'm like, how would he have alerted me that he saw my dog? I truly told this man, just shout or something. Not only that, I was probably about to get mugged. And I always think about that. I'm like, I almost got mugged, and I through sheer where's my dog, fought against the mugging and had the guy okay, fine, I'll let you know if I see him, I'm sorry, okay? I think about that so regularly, it's not even funny. So obviously while we're out, we're calling each other, have you seen anything? No. Have you seen anything? No. And all of a sudden, Mom calls me and she your father thinks he knows where Furby is. And I'm like, okay, I'm on my way home. So I get home and he's like, get in the car, we're gonna go get him. Turns out, the group that was playing soccer, in particular, the guy that we all asked, knew where my dog was. Turns out, my dog did in fact go and pee on a tree and then went to go back home. He literally climbed the stairs to the front door and was scratching at the front door trying to get in. So they knew he has to live here, right? Because why else would he be scratching at a front door trying to get in? He's not like some vicious dog. He was a Shih Tzu, you know? He wasn't gonna try anything, you know? He's not like chasing somebody home or anything. He saw his house and he's like, I wanna go home. And like scratched at the door. So you truly took this dog from the front door and like, you're coming home with me. He had a collar, but no. So the guy's like, oh, we didn't know that it was anyone's dog. We were just kind of taking care of it and we were gonna take it to the shelter tomorrow, you know? And we're all like, bullshit. So Dad had him in the car. Me and my cousin were in the back seat behind the guy, waiting for him to try some funny shit. So he leads us to where my dog is. My dad's like, I'm gonna go upstairs. Y'all hang out down here. So my cousin and I are like waiting by the front door of the building, just expecting somebody to kind of like run out with Furby or something. And so we're just there like, is he okay? Because he's been up there for a little while. These people had my dog upstairs in their apartment, acting like it was his apartment and shit. Again, he had a collar on. They found him and they tried to play we didn't know he belonged to anybody. It's just, he has a collar. You took him from a front door where the alley was open right next to it, literally 8 feet away. So if you weren't sure, you could have gone through the alley and be like, hey, excuse me, just found this dog. Is this yours? Because it's clear that the alley was connected to our house. It's not like the alley was like on the side, connected to like between other buildings, and you're like, oh, it might be somebody else's. Like, no, this alley was specifically, very obviously, our house. And so they truly didn't think to do that. Saw a dog with a collar in front of somebody's house, scratching at the door to try to get in, and it was like, free dog. They weren't going to try to help the dog. No, they were going to keep the dog because A, he was a purebred, and B, he was freaking adorable. And the fact that multiple people came to you and asked you, hey, have you seen my dog? Have you seen our dog? You know, nothing. So you weren't going to help the dog. If you were really going to help the dog, be like, yeah, we actually just took that dog to the house because we were going to bring it to the shelter tomorrow. You could have said that. Instead, you're like, never heard of it. I don't even know what a dog is. So no, they weren't trying to help the dog. They're trying to keep my dog for themselves. I still hold a tiny bit of resentment, just a little sliver, for the person I'm pretty sure let my dog out. Just a tiny little, you know, little grains of, you know, hate. That was a very eventful day. It went from, oh, we're having a fun time, you know, Kiki, barbecue, yay, fun time, to, oh my god, where's my dog, to, I almost got mugged, I stopped the guy, and he apologized, to going to a stranger's apartment building to go pick up my dog. And can I just say, when my dad brought down my dog from the apartment building, he jumped into my arms. Dad had him in his arms, and my dog was like, he went for me, and my dad's like, oh, excuse me. And then the person that let him out can't even own up to the fact, like, oh yeah, no, oops, I left the gate open, I am so sorry. No, they're just like, it wasn't me, it was that person. It wasn't me, it was that person. Again, I'm pretty sure I know who it was. I ain't naming names in case they watch my videos, but hi. I'm pretty sure you know who you are. But yeah, like, everybody that was still at the party scattered looking for him. Everybody. Because again, he was one of the sweetest dogs you will ever meet. This dumbass tried to befriend fire in the house fire. He's tried to befriend a raccoon. When I used to go take him on walks, he would try to befriend the grass, the little ants, any little bug that he saw. He'd like, hi, friend. Like, you just see him like staring at this little like bug crawling like along. He put his face to the floor and just like watch a bug slowly crawl across. He was the sweetest thing and would not harm a fly. Don't get me wrong. He wasn't a smart dog, but it might have been for the best. But yeah, that was the time that my dog got kidnapped. Legitimately. You probably thought that, you know, I was being, you know, dramatic. No, he got taken from home. He literally got kidnapped. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this story because I really enjoyed telling it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and bing bong the ding dong down below to be alerted when I make a new video. And until next time, maybe go check out some of my other stuff. I have some more story time, some Florida Man, some fever dreams, some let's plays, and some randomness. I have a little something for everybody. And while you're at it, maybe go share one of your favorite videos of mine with your friends. We can always use more friends on the channel. And until next time, bye!